On day one, we start at the parking lot in Jersey Shore and take the Pine Creek Rail Trail all the way up to Tiadaughton. You'll see that there is a little hill indicated right there, but it's really not a climb. And here we are at Tiadaughton. We all eat a sensible breakfast at the Shore Diner, except for Bill, who has his typical biscuits and gravy. We're at the parking lot, and that's Shelley, then Mary Ann, and then Betsy taking pictures just before the ride. And here I come from changing clothes down in the restroom, and Bill's suggesting that I get in and we'll take a picture too.
All right.
And that's Bill, then me, then Mary Ann, and then Betsy. And we're just getting ready to take the ride out of the parking lot. And here we go. This is the path out of the parking lot. Really, it's part of the Pine Creek Rail Trail, and we're headed out. That's Mary Ann right ahead of me, and Betsy ahead of her, and Bill way out in front. And now we're crossing the highway. That's the bridge over Highway 220. And on the rail trail proper. It's a beautiful sunny day. And this is Bonnell Flats, where we make a short pit stop at the restrooms. And I talked to a man who I meet often on the Pine Creek Rail Trail. He tells us later he's from Jersey Shore.
What are you guys doing? Over the top?
We're going to stay at Tidaughton tonight.
Yeah.
And then Hyner Run the next night. And then Oli Bowl. And then Heiner Run. And then back.
Yeah, it's been a nice ride.
Yeah, yeah.
Coming for rain tomorrow in this area. But that's subject to change.
Yeah, I hope so.
I do too, all right.
Yeah, yeah.
So, where are you folks from?
Altoona, Port Matilda,
Oh,
that area.
yeah. I'm familiar with Altoona.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I was down here at the lean-tos several weeks back and
Oh, yeah.
met you coming
Yeah.
through back down
Oh,
there.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, I just came through there and see if anybody was camping. They're camping down here.
Are they?
Yeah, that's right. How did you make out with that ride after I left?
That was a good ride.
Was it
Yeah.
really?
Uh-huh.
Good,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, we did. Bill and I did a similar ride. I guess it's 2 weeks ago. We came up through here, and basically it was the same thing. It was Tidaughton, the Run place, and then we went over to Seminole and then down. So
that's an interesting ride.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, going up to Cedar Run's not fun, but
Yeah.
or Cherry Springs, I mean. Yeah.
I rode yesterday, and I came up about 4 miles, and I heard thunder and lightning on my left side. I'm thinking, I might as well turn around and back home. As soon as it turned around, it hit me.
Oh, really?
The whole way home.
Ah.
Had I come up here further north, I would have missed it because it just went through.
Wow.
I mean, it was a dry spot on me.
Oh man.
Man, that was awful.
And you're from
Jersey Shore.
Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So the whole way back to the parking lot, the rainbow came out, and that was the end.
Oh my.
Let's hope rainbows come out for all of us. And we're back on the trail again. The only thing I dislike about this trail are these gates, constantly weaving in and out. hoping these deer go to the left, but
Oh, don't go that way. Oh, don't go that way.
Oh,
And there they go.
made it.
they made it across the highway right there on the right.
Just one to fawn.
This is a typical bridge on Pine Creek Rail Trail. And this is the roughest one on the entire trail.
Yeah.
And here we're stopped at Wolf's Store in Slate Run, and some people are going to get some food for supper. Others of us just have a quick drink. Back on the trail, Marianne, Bill, Betsy, Shelley.
Everybody's your mom.
And
It
here
looks that
everyone's
way,
coming
doesn't
down into the Tiadaughton campground. They're building new restrooms, you can see right up above. They're non-functional right now, but we still have a restroom down below, but there'll be 2 nice new restrooms right on the trail. And this is our Tiadaughton campground. Bill's tent on the far right, then mine, Marianne's, Betsy's, Shelley's. And Betsy, Marianne, and Shelley wade in Pine Creek. And Bill is fishing. He caught a couple of bass.
Well, let's put it this way, kids. 3 of us going to have to set out breakfast. Only 2 can, not enough fish for 2 people.
And the evening meal at Tiadaughton.
Like a hot cup of tea, huh, Bill?
Visiting with other campers. On the second day, we go from Tiadaughton Campground up to Knob Hill Motel and Cabins. It's only about a 19-mile ride. No climbs, but we have some rain in our way. There are actually tornadoes and high winds that are forecast, so we stay at some cabins. Here we are just leaving Tiadaughton. That's Betsy. Marianne. Shelley.
Let the fun begin.
Yes.
And here comes Bill. Marianne's having a little trouble with her issues with her bike.
Boy, you had it down.
As I noted, Marianne is having some bicycle issues, and so she's going to elect to turn around about here and head back down the trail and have her husband pick her up. So it's now the 4 of us, and we are going to hold up here at Darling Run because we're hearing that a rainstorm is right behind us. Marianne is going to run into that rainstorm, prove that her Ortley bags are waterproof, but her husband picks her up. She's going to do about 35 miles today. We're going to do a total of just under 20. After setting out the rain at Darling Run, this is the last bridge that we'll cross. Then we'll head down a little road and get on Highway 6 through Ansonia, and then Gaines, and then end up at our where we're going to stop because of all of the tornado warnings and high winds at the Knob Hill Hotel and Cabins. So we're off the Pine Creek Rail Trail.
It's a little wide.
It's Betsy just in front of me. And these are our cabins that we rented. $91 for the night. We rented 2 cabins. And Bill hung up a clothesline behind on their trees, so we're drying out the things that got wet from the night before, sprinkles. And Bill and Shelley decide they're going to go over to Galeton. It's about 1.5 miles away, a little over 1.5 miles away, and Bill's going to get some cookies. And I'm catching up on some things just outside the cabin. They're very nice little cabins. And then, after Bill and Shelley got back, the rain began. On day 3, we are traveling from our cabins over 5 climbs, 28.35 miles, all the way down to Ole Bull State Park, where we will camp again. This is Galeton, PA that we're going through. Again, we've only traveled now about, probably 2 miles from our cabins. Now we're on Highway 2002. We'll take this all the way to Cherry Springs State Park.
Here we are up at Cherry Springs. Everybody got a little wet on the climb. It's been misting the whole way. Everybody got their rain gear on right now. Still misting. 53 degrees. That's not good.
Normally when we leave Cherry Springs, we're going down. But going this way, we're going up. And this is a nasty little climb. We have a couple of them right in here. If you listen carefully, you can hear me huffing and puffing up this. This is like a second roller, our second climb.
Mount Broadhead.
Mount Broadhead. And up comes a sign that I love. This is like another big climb up to here. So we've really climbed about 3 times out of Cherry Springs, but here we go down. All right. Trucks reduce gear for the next 3.5 miles.
We could almost become an organized group if we had any organization. And
here we're entering the Oli Bowl campground.
That seemed like a tough 10 miles to me.
We actually rode over 28 miles.
Gee,
But
yeah, I didn't know anything about those rollers coming right out of the Cherry Springs.
Yeah.
Those were nasty.
Yeah. When I looked down and saw some of that, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, me too.
It was nice to have that on there because I thought, all right, just get to the top of this one.
Yep. Yeah,
It's nice. It's nice to have.
oh yeah. Yeah, there's the camping areas over there.
and we're headed to our campsite here at Oli Bowl. They let us put 4 tents on a single site. Very nice of them. Very nice.
Here we are at Oli Bowl. This is Oli Bowl camp. There's my tent. Here comes Bob's tent. Coming around. Not too many people at the campground. A little windy today, a little clouds, not too bad. Temperature's nice. There's Shelley's tent. There's Chill. There's Shelley. There's Bessie's tent. And Betsy's bike. Coming around. Just looking towards the creek. My bike. Clothesline. There we are. Notice that's 2 girls down there.
Shelley and Betsy enjoying some sun after the rain we've had. And it's near dinner time at Oli Bowl. That night the stars were out and I pointed the camera up at them and watched them move through the trees right there next to our tents. The little red on the right side is Bill's tent that gets reflected by lights sometimes. You can see the stars moving and a few airplanes or comets going through. On day 4, we go from Oli Bowl down through 1, 2, 3, 4 climbs to Hyner Run. And on the Garmin, it gave us a mileage straight through at 10 miles, but this is actually 43.56 miles.
Maybe it's the French fry socks. I think.
Leaving Oli Bowl, Betsy has a brake problem. It's squeaking, and our mechanic Bill gets right in there and fixes us up as best we can. Anyway, his repair lasts the entire trip. Time for pictures while we leave.
Morning. Yeah.
Here we're entering Kettle Creek State Park. We're just finishing another climb and we're coming up to the dam. Just some beautiful views off the top of the dam here, or above the dam actually. This is a panorama from standing right on that overlook of the dam. And this is the lower campground at Kettle Creek State Park. And here we are riding in Renova, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, let's not crash right here with a kids' bike safety day.
They were having a bike safety day just off to our right for the kids of Renova. We're going to pull in just a second and discuss whether we're going to do an 80-mile ride all the way back or stop at Hyner Run overnight and face the rain tomorrow going back to Jersey Shore. We'll see what we decide, but we're going to stop here and have a discussion.
Yeah, there's some benches there.
We decided to stay at Heiner Run State Park and face tomorrow's rain forecast. We don't believe it's going to rain very much.
One's coming. There's a guy coming. We're out of his way.
And here I'm entering Hyner Run State Park. The other people are ahead of me. We're ahead of me. They're already picking out the campsite. And this is where we're setting up at Hyner Run. Hyner Run has a wonderful swimming pool, but the thunder and lightning have closed it down for the day, so I can't swim this time. On day 5, we leave Hyner Run and do 1, 2, 3, 4 big climbs of over 33.68 miles all the way back to our car at Jersey Shore. We packed the tents when it was dry, but just as we're leaving Hyner Run, it starts to rain. You can see all the raindrops on my camera's lens. That sign said 22 miles to Lock Haven. And here we're crossing over the Susquehanna River. I hate those little joints in the bridge. Almost big enough you can get your bicycle tire down in there. And the fog is picking up a little bit, and the rain is starting to come down a little bit heavier.
So those guys were right behind you.
Oh, they were. I don't know what happened.
For a moment, we've lost Bill and Becky behind us.
Oh, here they come.
Even in the rain, it was a beautiful day to be out on a bicycle. Look at all that smoke that was thrown out of that truck at Shelley.
Gave you a spoonful of smoke.
I love the way the lights and the water drops on the camera are interacting with one another. Here we're coming into the outskirts of Lock Haven, and the rain is picking up even more. Lots of rain. This is the last hill into Lock Haven. We'll be dropping down into the town here in just a minute. Even with rain gear on, I don't think any of us have a dry spot on our bodies at this point.
I feel like it's going through my coat.
Yeah. I'm through.
What?
I'm through. The water's through. Wow, it's raining. Far back.
Here we're headed east and down in Lock Haven.
Ooh. That was a rough one.
You can see that even though it's probably near noon, I suppose, it's so dark the street lights are still on.
All way. Way low.
And here we are, we're pretty near the end of this video. We're coming into Avis, Pennsylvania. Rain's let up a bit, but I'm sure everybody is cold and tired by this point. The sirens are going off in the Avis Fire Company right inside the building. It's been incredibly loud in that fire hall. We later found out there was a
Here's the
big
last
accident up on the highway. Right now, we are coming up on the very last little tiny hill that will take us right down to the parking lot and our cars in Jersey Shore. there goes Bill by me. And now Shelley. The rain's let up a little bit. The grade starts to go up right here. There goes Betsy around, and now I'm at the tail end.
Everybody's pretty pooped on this hill.
And in just a second, we're going to turn onto the Pine Creek Rail Trail, headed back to the parking lot. Right here, through the barricades, around the gate, and now the long pathway back to the parking lot where we first started this video. The rain has almost entirely stopped. Back to the restroom, and just beyond it, the parking lot. Not too many people riding the rail trail today. I certainly hope you enjoyed the ride. We had a great time. Hope to do this again very soon. And here we are at the very end. Bye-bye.